Angeles, where the night winds moan, the number 4 stands all alone. Behind the fence her whistle due, she waits upon her ghostly crew, forgotten behind a chain-link wall. Most pass by and don't see her at all, but when the fog rolls cold and thin, her whistle calls the lost ones in. They call it the endless run, where the whistle cries when the work is done. Through the harbor fog they'll never be free, bound to the rails for eternity. She was built to climb the mountain grade, through cedar stands where the shadows stay. With timber thick and tightly chained, she thundered through the coastal rain. The men who worked her knew the cost. Many were broken, their careers were lost. A cable snapped, a logger fell, the woods could hide the gates of hell. They call it the endless run, where the night work starts when the day is done. Steel and steam still roll as one, through the fog until the morning sun. Patrick's hand on the throttle true, 45 years with his phantom crew. He felt her breathe, he heard her tone. No man and machine were more at home. When diesels came and steam grew cold, they painted her bright for the town to hold. Yet some nights still through fog and rain, the number 4 takes the line again. The number 4 sings through fire and steam, her whistle calls beyond the dream. Patrick and his crew, they'll never stray, bound to the line till break of day. At 2:47 the ground will shake, the whistle screams and the sleepers wake. Patrick leads where the lost tracks twist, his shadow crew through the shifting mist. They call it the endless run, steel and sorrow forged as one. Through the harbor fog till the break of day, the ghost train never fades away.
The Endless Run. A ghost story of Port Angeles, told by Patrick Sullivan. They buried me in 1975 with a watch in my pocket and grease still under my nails. The papers said I had earned my rest, but rest never came. Every night since, at 2:47 in the morning, I climb into number 4. You may think she's rusting behind a chain-link fence at Lauritsen and Chase, paint flaking, steel gone to rust. You may drive past her and see only a relic, a carcass of steel and steam, but I know better. At 2:47, her pipes sing, her wheels shift, as if remembering their purpose. I place my hand on the throttle, and when I pull the whistle cord, the cry cuts through the harbor fog. 2 longs and a short. That sound, steam filling the cylinders, gears gripping the rails, is more familiar than my own heartbeat. And within moments, my crew appears. Big Pete Nordstrom, who gave his arm to the work, steps out of the mist, with both arms whole again, lantern swinging in his grip. Tommy Chen straightens the crooked back that bent him double in life, his eyes glowing with excitement like the flames from the firebox. The Reynolds brothers, Tom and Danny, climb phantom cars as if no accident ever touched them, their boots clanging on rails that no longer exist. Their laughter rides the fog, low and sharp, the sound of men who once defied rain and timber and death itself. They wait for me to signal, and when I do, we take the run. We thunder down tracks torn up decades ago, steel wheels biting into memory. The town sleeps around us, unaware that beneath the blankets of fog, a locomotive pulls its endless load through a world that has forgotten her. The whistle cries across the harbor, rattling windows, making the dogs howl. Some say it's the ships, some say it's the wind. But those who know, those who remember, they hear me. We were railwaymen, loggers, builders. We cut the cedar and fir, trees thicker than we were tall. We hauled them down from the camps over temporary tracks, so treacherous that only number 4's gears could grip them. We loaded them at Seikyu and watched them drift away on salt water tides, bound for mills that fed the world. The forest always took its share. Pete gave the strength of his arm. Tom gave the steadiness of his legs. Danny gave his shoulder and the muscle behind it. Tommy gave his back. And all of us gave our youth, strained by cables and worn beneath the weight of logs. Soreness and injury were part of the job. I drove the engine, steady and faithful, carrying them home when the day was done, and hauling the timber that built homes, schools, churches, and ships. That was our work. That was our pride. We helped to build a nation. But now the mills are gone. The timber industry has fallen quiet. The forests stand as monuments, forbidden to be cut, and the harbor stacks no longer pour their smoke into the sky. Port Angeles has turned its face to tourists, to parks, to a different kind of world. They drive past number 4 without even seeing her. They forget the sound of her whistle, the rhythm of her wheels, the men who bled to keep her running. And so we ride the forgotten rails. We ride because the work is who we were. Because devotion does not die. Because if we stop, everything we built slips away, like smoke in the wind. Some nights, if the fog is thick enough, you may catch us. You may smell the tang of burning oil and cedar on the air. You may hear the couplers clank, the wheels grind, the whistle cry. If you dare to look, you may see us through the fog. Lanterns bobbing, shadows climbing, a firebox burning where no fire should be. Do not mistake us for restless souls. We are not lost or wandering. We labor still, bound to the rails, to the engine, to one another. A brotherhood of steel and sorrow welded together. We are the endless run. And if you forget us, if you turn away, one night you will hear my voice in the fog. You will feel the ground tremble with phantom wheels beneath your feet. You will remember what it cost to build the life you take for granted. The tracks are gone, the mills are silent, but we ride still. For 45 years, I have kept the schedule, never late, never failing, just as I did in life. My crew waits for me, whole and strong again, and together we take the line through a world that no longer needs us. We ride so that the few who can hear us and remember will not forget. And until the last memory of timber and steel fades from this town, until the last person stops hearing our whistle in the fog, we will not stop. The world may forget, but we remember. So if you wake in the dark to that sound, 2 longs and a short, the highball signal, do not mistake it for the harbor. Look into the mist beyond your window. You may glimpse our lanterns swinging, our shadows keeping time with the echo of wheels long gone. You may see my hand on the whistle cord, my crew behind me, number 4 alive again. We do not come to frighten, but to be remembered. For this world was built by our scarred hands and weary backs, by the labor we gave and the lives we carried. We remain so that you might not forget what it cost to raise your towns, your homes, your churches, and your ships. Our work lingers in the rails and in the lives that followed. We are the endless run. Near 3 in the morning, you may hear nothing more than wind across the harbor, or you may hear the steady beat of wheels long gone. Number 4, keeping time on her endless run.
In Port Angeles, where the night winds moan, the number 4 stands all alone. Behind the fence, her whistle due, she waits upon her ghostly crew, forgotten behind a chain-link wall. Most pass by and don't see her at all, but when the fog rolls cold and thin, her whistle calls the lost ones in. They call it the endless run, where the whistle cries when the work is done. Through the harbor fog, they'll never be free, bound to the rails for eternity. She was built to climb the mountain grade, cedar stands where the shadows stay. With timber thick and tightly chained, she thundered through the coastal rain. The men who worked her knew the cost. Many were broken, their careers were lost. A cable snapped, a logger fell, the woods could hide the gates of hell. They call it the endless run, where the night work starts when the day is done. Steel and steam still roll as one through the fog until the morning sun. Patrick's hand on the throttle true, 45 years with his phantom crew. He felt her breathe, he heard her tone. No man and machine were more at home. When diesels came and steam grew cold, they painted her bright for the town to hold. Yet some nights still through fog and rain, the number 4 takes the line again. The number 4 sings through fire and steam, her whistle calls beyond the dream. Patrick and his crew, they'll never stray, bound to the line till break of day. At 2:47 the ground will shake, the whistle screams and the sleepers wake. Patrick leads where the lost tracks twist, his shadow crew through the shifting mist. They call it the endless run, steel and sorrow forged as one. Through the harbor fog till the break of day, the ghost train never fails.